Industry, engineering, explained. This is where machines finally make sense. Have you ever wondered how a massive tree turns into the thin sheet of paper in your notebook? Every day, the world produces over 400 million tons of paper. But the real process inside a modern paper mill is far more fascinating than most people imagine. Gigantic machines longer than a football field, chemicals breaking down wood fibers, and paper sheets moving faster than 100 km per hour. Today, we are going inside a modern paper mill to understand the complete process of how paper is actually made. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at a sheet of paper the same way again. The journey of paper starts with wood or recycled paper. Most paper mills use softwood trees like pine and spruce because they contain long fibers that create stronger paper. Large logs arrive at the mill and enter a debarking drum. This rotating machine removes the outer bark. Because bark contains impurities. Next, the clean logs go into industrial chippers. These machines cut the wood into small uniform chips, roughly the size of a coin. Why chips? Because small pieces allow chemicals to penetrate evenly during pulping, which is the next critical step. Wood is mostly made of cellulose fibers glued together by lignin. To make paper, the mill must separate these fibers. This happens in a giant pressure vessel called a digester. Inside the digester, wood chips are cooked with chemicals like sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfide. This is called the Kraft pulping process, the most widely used method in the world. Temperature inside the digester can reach 170 degrees C, and pressure rises dramatically. After several hours, the lignin dissolves and the wood breaks apart into a thick slurry of cellulose fibers known as pulp. But this pulp is still brown and impure, so the next step is cleaning and bleaching. The pulp mixture contains fiber bundles, leftover lignin, dirt, and small wood fragments. So the pulp passes through screens and centrifugal cleaners. These systems remove heavy particles and impurities. Once the pulp is thoroughly cleaned and screened, it is ready for the next transformation: bleaching. Bleaching improves brightness, color, and purity of the pulp. Modern mills use chemicals such as chlorine dioxide, hydrogen peroxide, and oxygen. This step produces the bright white pulp used for printing paper. Now the pulp is ready to become actual paper. This is where the real magic happens. The pulp is diluted with water until it contains about 99% water and only 1% fiber. This watery mixture flows onto a moving mesh screen called the Fourdrinier wire. As the mesh moves forward, water drains through the screen. The cellulose fibers start interlocking naturally, forming a thin, continuous sheet. This stage determines many paper properties such as thickness, fiber orientation, and surface structure. But the sheet is still extremely wet, so it moves to the next section. The paper sheet now passes through huge pressing rollers. These rollers squeeze out more water and compact the fibers. After pressing, the sheet enters the drying section. Here it travels across dozens of steam-heated cylinders. Temperatures can exceed 120 degrees C, evaporating the remaining moisture. By the time the sheet leaves this section, it is almost completely dry, but the surface is still rough. So one more finishing step is required. To improve smoothness and print quality, the paper passes through calendar rollers. These polished steel rollers compress the paper and make the surface smoother. For high-quality printing paper, mills also apply coating layers made from clay, latex, and calcium carbonate. This coating improves ink absorption, brightness, and print clarity. Finally, the paper is wound into massive rolls weighing several tons. These rolls are then cut into A4 sheets, newspapers, packaging materials, and cardboard, and shipped all over the world. Today, nearly 70% of paper is recycled in many countries. Recycled paper is mixed with water and turned back into pulp. Then the process repeats: cleaning, de-inking, bleaching, and sheet formation. This reduces deforestation, energy consumption, and landfill waste, which makes modern paper production far more sustainable than before. A single modern paper machine can produce over 1,000 tons of paper per day. The sheet moves through the machine at speeds up to 120 km per hour, and the entire machine can be longer than 150 meters. That's almost the length of 2 football fields. So the next time you hold a piece of paper, remember the incredible journey it took, from a tree in the forest, to chemicals, giant machines, steam dryers, and high-speed production lines, all to create one simple sheet. If you enjoy learning about industrial processes, subscribe to Simple Guyane for more, and tell me, which factory should we explore next?